Rhys, I will be designing your house. This will probably take place over the course of like 2 days, by the way. You asked for a lot of stuff. 69,000 square feet. Who lives there? You, your beautiful wife, your roommate Smelly Carl, your pet gorilla, and Cassian Samuel Montiage. One sec, let's just fix something. Cassian Samuel and Montiage. 4.5 bed, Cassian gets the half. Me and my wife need separate rooms and 24 bathrooms. I can do that. Custom rooms. Little dungeon for Cassian. Gorilla needs his own rooms. Smoke cigar room. Shooting range room. Piss room. Full-size functioning choo-choo train inside the house. Joe Biden room. A priestly confessional booth. I do know why. A gooning theater. Beheading room for the kids. Gynecology room. Miguel room. Airplane hangar. Armory. The nursery from the Veldt. The chocolate factory room. Sorry, the chocolate room from Willy Wonka? I remember chocolate, there was a factory, but I don't know, I'll work on that. Mr. Lang's classroom, okay. Fent room, yeah. You want 5 stories. Okay, so 1 basement. You want it to be like a maze. Okay, I can do that. Deep within the hood. You need a chair in your wife's room so that she is looking, no, so that you are looking at the bed. I think this is weirder than Chud's house. To make this work even remotely, I am going to just be doing a box, and they're all going to be equal in size, layered over top each other, sort of like a tower. Yeah, there's going to be just no variance in their sizes, because otherwise I don't exactly know how I do this. It would take like a week. Lincoln's was so much easier than this. This right here is what an hour and 5 minutes of work looks like. It is your first floor. I won't be doing very many updates because the end tour is just going to take such a long time, but I don't want this video to be too long. I might do some updates, but probably not a whole lot. Basement's pretty much done. It's a bit simpler than the first floor. I'm going to take a break. I've been working on this now for quite some time. Right back at it. All right, second story is finished. On to the third. 8:24, and I'm now going to take a break. I'll probably get just a bit more done tonight. Maybe I'll finish the third story, maybe not. We'll see. Third story's done. Signing off for the night. I'm going to get back to work on it. Probably actually in the morning a little bit, and then mostly in the evening. And I'll probably be uploading the video early evening of tomorrow. It's the next day, and I'm going to continue the housework. I always appreciate these sort of requests because it helps me refine my craft so that I may one day become an AutoCAD master. Without stuff like this, I can't. It challenges me in a new way. I must overcome it. And for that, I thank you. The house is finished. Let's start with the basement. So, firstly, elevator and elevator. I guess let's start from down here. Right here we have Cassian's half bedroom, bathroom, pantry. This is room for strippers. Red photo room. Bathroom. Piss room as requested. Instruments storage is down here. Gooning theater, kitchen, bed, bathroom, armory, and then through all of this to get up to here, Cassian dungeon, just the one entrance. Up here we got bathroom. And then the shooting range down here right in front of this right here. This is what it looks like, pretty maze-like, hard to navigate. Now over here, what you see in green, that's the train. That's the fully functioning choo-choo train that'll be coming through. Assume everything is resized to fit it, by the way. So if we, I guess, start from the same area down here, we have over here, let's start from this right here. This is the Miguel room, my room right there. This is your cigar room. This is Fent. That's a bathroom. Entry area right there. Bathroom, another bathroom. Now, if you go down into here, you have laundry. It's the only way to get to the kitchen, which is also where the elevator is. You need to go through utilities to go to Carl's bedroom, closet. There's a couple there. Bathroom. This is actually impossible to navigate. There's nothing in here, by the way. Nobody. This area down here, it would take weeks of living here before you'd just by heart know where everything is. Then up here, This right here is your wardrobe, storage, gaming room. This just is like it's nothing. It just sort of like connects to this one bathroom. Fuel storage for the hangar, and living room. Speaking of hangar, wow, look at that. Big hangar right there. And of course you have your, your elevator. This is the nursery as requested, as well as the nursery power. It's not cheap. It takes a lot of power. This is a freezer for the kitchen, which is all the way down there. This is an armory, I think. Yeah. Another kitchen, actually, is right there. This right here is your holy space, just to protect your priest booth. This is as requested for, confessions and all that. And then, of course, a sunroom. Now, entrances are here, here, and here. And, of course, the hangar also probably has one. Next up is down in here. I guess let's just start from the same place. Kitchen is right here, which leads up into the freezer and the pantry. Both dead end. You need to go out to here to this main hallway. This right here is a power supply. Again, this is not cheap. Laundry and bathroom, as well as a game room right there. Bathroom up there. This whole thing right here, I'll get to that in a sec actually. Up here we have Mr. Lang's class, as well as a bathroom. Dining room up in here. Mr. Lang's lounge right here. Storage, living room inside of the circle. Another living room over here, as well as a bathroom. The elevator's right there. Now this whole section right here, this is the entrance for the Oval Office, which is then how you get to the Kamala room, as well as the Joe Biden room and Joe's bathroom. Now down in here we have the Secret Service room, which also leads to their own little bathroom. That's the second story. Next up is over here, I guess same spot. This is your wife's bedroom. You can put a chair next to her bed as requested. Bathroom and closet right there. Laundry right there. Bathroom, kitchen. This is your RAM room. It's not cheap. Closet, bathroom, Rhys bedroom. This is yours. Storage and utilities. Over here, storage, game room, living room. This is a room specifically for money laundering. This right here is your son/living room. Office, freezer, party room, recording studio, trash disposal, beheading room for the kids, camera room. Down here, trash, bathroom, gorilla bedroom, living room, game room, storage, although you'll notice there's no door there. All things good, I fixed it. Then of course up here we have your little pantry, kitchen, dining room, bathroom. I've already been over all this stuff. Now this right here is Carl's bathroom. It's a bit above where he actually is. Heist planning and Cassian room. Again, Carl's on the very first floor in this whole fucked up section right there. But then, of course, when you're gonna get up to here, you have his bathroom. He doesn't use it too often. That's probably why he's so smelly. Cassian, this isn't his bedroom or anything. It's just like a separate room. He needs to go up even further than Carl to use it. Then, of course, here's for any heist you have planned. Of course, to get to any of these spaces, you kind of gotta. It's a bit tricky, just a little bit. And then finally, we have your fourth story. This right here is your chocolate room from Willy Wonka, as you have requested. This right here is your medical room. This is a hallway, observatory, GES, your Guerrilla Entertainment System, living room, gaming room, small casino, dining room, bathroom. Now, what makes this maze-like is the doors. Navigating this would be an absolute nightmare. Things are split up, not connected properly, cut off from each other. Bathroom right there, primary utilities. Up here we have a map room, kitchen, pantry, closet, bar, dino room for like fossils and stuff, bathroom, storage. You need to go from there to use it. To even get over there, you need to go through separate rooms. X-ray room and gynecology room. X-ray room. This right here is like where they'd take you to get the X-ray. This is where they'd take you to like look at it, And then over here, another X-ray room just in case. This is your entrance. Should probably make that something. No, I won't. Down here, I already mentioned this. Yep, I already actually did all that. And I believe the only thing that I have missing is up here. After this little security area over here, you then have your quiet padded room. It was hard to even tour that because of how disjointed it all was, but it worked out in the end, and thank you so much for giving it to me. It's daytime out, so good afternoon.